great and still keeping safe. Welcome and thanks for joining in. My name is Kathy Namara and I'll be taking you through our webinar today together with my colleague Almedo Rebecca. And in our webinar today we shall be handling Infor SunSystems Query and Analysis, commonly known as Infor Q&A. The objective of today's webinar is to enlighten the various stakeholders about Infor SunSystems Query and Analysis. And in our agenda today, we shall look at the following. 1, who we are. Then we shall look at the overview of Infor Q&A. Then we shall look at the features of Infor Q&A, the advantages of using Infor Q&A. Then we shall have a short product demo. And lastly, we shall have a session for questions and answers. And in case anyone has any question or any feedback, this will be a time to ask and share by just tapping the icon for raising your hand, and we shall respond. You can also post in our chat. We shall also respond as well. So let's move on to our first item on the agenda, who we are. SunSystems Enterprises is an IT consulting company that partners with like-minded entities such as Infor and Sage to provide business management software solutions. SunSystems has over 13 years of experience with a clientele base of over 80 customers. We operate in East Africa. That's why we have our offices located both in Kampala, Uganda and Nairobi, Kenya. As SunSystems, customer satisfaction and service delivery is our priority. And that's why, apart from having a dedicated customer support, we also offer training services to our clients. And of course, this has been made possible by our great team of professional and experienced staff. We also take pride in offering a number of services. These include IT consultancy and training, software development, management consultancy, financial analysis, investment advisory, and business planning. We also have a number of products we provide as SunSystems, and these include: 1, we have Infor SunSystems. This is a modern, comprehensive financial accounting management solution designed to help international enterprises and fast-growing companies to handle complex financial activities. 2, we have Infor Operating Services, known as Infor OS. This serves as a platform for digital transformation. It is the central point of an enterprise's ecosystem where you can automate, anticipate, predict, and inform stakeholders in all the things they do. Our third product, we have Infor Enterprise Asset Management. Its core focus is keeping an accurate and detailed data of all fixed assets. Then we have Infor Dynamic Enterprise Performance Management, known as DEPM. This is a performance management platform specifically designed to improve operational performance. You can handle all your complex activities associated with planning, budgeting, forecasting, reporting, in addition to consolidating financial performance using one single solution. Our fifth product, we have Infor ERP, known as Sightline. This is an end-to-end ERP solution that provides comprehensive functionality suitable for any process mode, from make to stock, make to order, to engineer to order. We also have an e-procurement system This is an in-house system designed by our team, and it can be integrated seamlessly with your financial management system. It's flexible and can be customized to meet your needs. This product allows to procure, plan, and generate POs electronically through the web interface. This eliminates the paperwork of a manual system, thus optimizing the procurement process. We also have customized solutions for businesses and organizations. Here we do software development for different businesses or organizations depending on their area of need. Then we also have Sage Financials, HR, and Payroll. And lastly, we have Infor Query and Analysis.
Hi, I'm Jim Stice. I'm a professor of accounting.
Screen, or send us an email on info@fluxem.com. You can also go and check out our website on www.fluxem.com or visit our social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. At this point, I would like to invite my colleague, Awedo Rebecca, to take us through our topic for today's discussion. Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy. Hello, everybody. I'm Rebecca Alwedo. I'm going to be taking you through the overview of Infor SunSystems Query and Analysis. Let's get into it. Infor SunSystems Query and Analysis is a dynamic business intelligence tool that allows you to create and update reports in real time directly from SunSystems accounting software. Commonly known as Infor Q&A, formerly Vision, this tool can be set up or configured to work with other financial software or accounting softwares other than only SunSystems. Infor Q&A comes with a number of features which include business intelligence. Business intelligence feature comprise of Data Link Studio, which has a pre-built dynamic business intelligence logic that links directly to the enterprise data of SunSystems. It comes with a pre-configured formula that pulls value directly from SunSystems, and this very component can also be configured or set up to link to other financials or accounting systems. Business intelligence also comes with a powerful report designer that facilitates the creation of many reports like profit and loss statement, balance sheet, cash flow, tax returns, among many others. It also comprises of a dashboard that gives you a graphical presentation of data. This can be in form of a pie chart, a bar, or a line. Infor Q&A also comes with a data upload component that integrates directly with SunSystems, enabling you to upload data into the system directly from the Excel worksheet. An alert, which you can use to set actions like print the report, share report via mail, export to PDF, or as a zip attachment. This tool has high scalability in that it supports increased usage and workload, maintaining performance and output. You can get the best from this tool irrespective of change in your workload. It's very secure because it has a security configuration component that ensures only authorized users can access data using this tool. Being accessed from already familiar environment, Microsoft Excel, it is very easy to use and as well require very minimal technical skills. Maintenance is also very easy since there is little or no need for technical support since it's tailored for the end users. With access to updated information at the right time or whenever it's needed, your employees in different departments are empowered to make informed recommendations for strategic decision making. Now, at this point, let's look at a brief demo of Infor Q&A. So when you have this tool installed in your machine, it comes with an icon as an Excel add-in Infor Q&A. And for you to use it, you have to first log on, like I've already logged on as ZZZ. You have to first log on. Now, when you log on, this is the interface that you see. At the top left corner, we have the data extraction. We have the data extraction links, and then on the recalculate, this one is used for refreshing already extracted report. And then we have data send, which is used for sending data directly from the Excel worksheet or the workbook to SunSystems or whichever application that you're using. And then we have the drill downs here. This one is used for helping you have a deeper or a clear view into the figures or the values that you have in your reports. It can be individual figures or the whole values in the report. And then we have the drill path manager. This one stores every drill down that you've done on your reports. It is stored under the drill path manager. And then we have alert. Alert, you can create this to automatically spread a report via mail or send it as a zip attachment or export it to Excel or as a PDF in a PDF format. So with this tool installed in your machine, you can have a number of reports. You can have a chart of accounts. You can extract your account balances directly from the system using this tool. You can have your balance sheet statement. You can have your trial balance, profit and loss, consolidated reports, inquiries, listings, forecastings, as many reports as you would require. You can use this tool to extract. With this tool as well, you can have a dashboard. You have your frequently used report or the favorite reports in a tabulated format, or you can even have it in a graphical presentation in a pie chart, line, or even bars. So let's look at how we can extract a simple report using this tool. For example, I have a business unit or a company called PK1. I want to have a report extracted in the values of different periods. I'm saying, let me say I want my report from period 5, 2005, period 1 or January, up to like 2005, period 7, for example. So I need to extract a summary report. So I'm going to use the summary report writer. When you click on it, it opens for you. Okay, so this is how the summary report writer looks. So on the business unit, this is your company and the Q&A is using the language of business unit. Since I already had mine on my Excel, I can just reference to it. And then on the table, this one, depending on the system you're using, that transaction could be sitting in different tables. So you have to choose which kind of transaction you are picking. We have transactions, we have static data, but in this case, I know the transaction or the report I want to pull, the values are sitting in the ledger. So in the account code range, I need to extract my report in the range of accounts 10,000. I need in the range of 10,000 to 20,000, for example. And then in the period, since I already have it in my Excel, I can just reference it there and on the from and to. And then now I have to pull whichever that I want to see in my report. So I want to see the account code. I want to see the base amount. I want to see the description of the transaction. So when you look up on the after definition, there's what we call the report style. This Q&A comes with a default format, which has already been built for you. You can choose whichever format you want to output your report. When I drop down, there are various different formats that you can use, but in this case, I'm going with the simple format, and I do not want to see the totals. If you want to pull your report by totals, you leave that checked. And then we have this component designer. In this case, if you don't want to use the already built format, the auto format, you use the designer to tailor your reports or create it in a way that suits your needs. Sometimes the auto format might not be necessarily what you need. You want your report to have a different look, a different taste, a different feel to it. So you can use the designer to tailor that report and in whichever way that you need it. So in this case, we are going to pull our report with an already built format, simple. So I just click OK. And then it goes to SunSystems and try to pick out output my report according to the criteria that I've given it. So this is what I have asked the system to output. So I do not want to see, I want the description to come after the account code and the base amount. Simple, I can go back and then I rearrange that. I rearrange that format. And I just say description, I drag it, it should appear after the account code.
There's another agent issue that's needed. Can you be able to tell when the user was created in Sun?
And we wait as it is extracting now with account code, description, and then now the base amount. This is now looking smarter. Now, as you would save other Excel workbook or worksheet, you can do the same because you might need to extract the same report in the future or after a few days. So you just have to save this that just like you would save any other Excel worksheet. So maybe like next time I come and I want the same report, but for a different range of periods. So instead of opening a new Excel and extracting the same report as we have just done, I could just come to the ones I've already saved, and then I just change the period range to what I need. Maybe I want to backdate it to, I want to extract for only like 3 periods, 2005 period 1 to 2005 period 3. And then when you do that, you just need to come to the recalculate to refresh and update the value for you according to what you've selected, the period you've selected. So I'm going to recalculate my worksheet, and then it should be able to update for me my values accordingly. Yes. So this is my updated report. So further, I can go on and have a deeper view into this into my report. These ones are revenue balances. I could be interested in knowing what transaction make up the sales for inventory items in this case. So I can use what we now call the drill down functionalities to help me have a deeper or clearer view into the values I have on my report. So I want to have a clearer view on this. So I'm going to use a transaction drill down. So I point on the figure in question that I want to dissect and see the individual transactions that make up this figure. So I come to transaction. And again, I just output what I want to see. So I'm interested in the account codes that make up that figure, that the accounting period. I may also need to know the transaction date, the journal numbers, as well as the transaction reference. So that is all I want to see on that figure. So what the transaction drill down does, it has opened a new tab and has given me the detail of this transaction, as you can see on the account codes, the periods, and then the dates in which they came in, the journal number, and even the reference. With this, you can know how each figure came to make up this total amount that we have we checked to look into. That's one way of doing a drill down. We can also have what we call the summary drill down. Let's see how they work. All this one works the same. They give you a clearer view, but the difference could be in the output. So you can use whichever that you need or is necessary at the moment. So in my drill down for transaction summary, I need to see, maybe I'm interested in the accounting period. And this time I want to see by my department analysis, for example. So I'm going to output department analysis code. I need the code and also the name, because sometimes you may not understand what the code is. So I just say, okay, this is a summary drill down. Still what it does, it has opened yet another new tab, leaving the original report intact, and has dissected or divided this value according to how much had gone to which department, and it has given us the total that we have drilled down to. So you can see from administration, this is what came out. You can clearly see them. We can as well perform what we call the breakout. Breakout tells you when you want to see the same report by each accounting period. So what it does, it will check how many combination of periods make up this report. So I can click anywhere and then I say breakout. Maybe I want to, for example, break out by period, and I say okay. So it's trying to break it out. As we see what it is doing, it has opened 3 different tabs with the 3 different periods. There is period 1, period 2, and period 3. Now, meaning that our report here is made up of 3 periods. So if you want to have the same report like we have extracted, you extracted like a general report for a number of periods, but also you want it in different, the same report to be different output in different periods, you can use expand and have your results as clean as is. So this is our expand, how it has extracted. Coming to another drill down that we can use is expand. So let's see how expand works. With the expand, let me say, for example, I'm interested in the transaction date for that particular value. So what expand does, it does the same thing. It also creates a new tab. All these drill downs leave the original report intact, and it creates a new tab and then start performing the expand according to the criteria that I've given it. So I expanded by transaction date. So you see transaction date tab has been opened, and what is highlighted is the figure that we have expanded, and we ask it to expand by date. So within the new tab it has opened, it creates lines according to the criteria you've given. If it was period, it would have created here new lines by period. So we expanded by date. So it has given us meaning like this figure 2032 of the 484 came in on 3rd January, and then the remaining figure came in on 2nd of February. So you are able to see which figure came in when using that expand. So when you do all these drill downs, it helps you have, it's like a lens that gives you a clearer view into the reports. With this, you are able to see every corner of your operation in the business. So you're able to detect and know where your weakness, your strength is, and work on it before it becomes a risk in the company. So after doing all these drill downs, you can come to the drill down path and check. All these have been saved in what we call the drill down tree. As you can see, we expanded on the report we extracted on sheet 2, and all the drill downs that we performed on it, it is saved under there. So if you can save this, you just can click the save button to save this drill down to reuse it. Every time that you refresh or update this report, the drill downs are also updated. You can meaning it's reusable. Or if you want to do the breakouts or the drill downs anytime that you extract your report, you can as well delete it, so that every time you refresh your report, you do a fresh drill downs. You can delete them. So that is on the drill downs. We can also go on to look at what we call the alert. This function here helps you, for example, if you have your report, you want to forward it, for example, maybe to your supervisors via mail or the respective recipients. Instead of going manually to open your mail and then doing the attachments and sending, you can schedule your report, your Microsoft Excel report extracted with Q&A to automatically be spread via mail or extracted in whichever way that you need it, in PDF or Excel. So let's have a simple example of how we can set our report to be sent automatically via mail. So you give it a description, and then you can give some privileges to other users to update, delete, or run the task by checking this one of those buttons. And then on the process, now we choose what you want the alert to do. If you want it to extract in workbook, Excel workbook, you use that. If you want it in as a command line, you use that. If you want it to be spread via mail, we use the email option. So as you would attach the mail, you also give it you enter here the recipient mails. For example, that, and then you can give it a subject. If you want it to be sent as a zip attachment, you can as well. It could be a large report, so you would want to zip it. And then on the file path, you now attach that report that you want to be scheduled and sent automatically via mail. So let me attach a report here called tests. It has been attached. Then I say okay, and okay again. So I've attached my report to be spread via mail, but now I want to give it a schedule, like the time or the dates it's supposed to be spread. So I use the task, the schedule task. I want this report to be sent today, and it was requested maybe today and tomorrow, or it can run all through November. It can run all through November, and it should be run every day. I mean daily, but every day of the week, because if I put every day, it will even include the weekend. So I want it just to run from Monday to Friday, working days or weekdays, and at exactly 5, I could say 5, send this report to the respective recipients. So it automatically pick now from 18th to 30th, every 5 p.m. East African time, it's going to run this report and send it to the respective recipients. So you can come and run this function manually, or you can enable it to automatically extract and spread it via mail. And with the Infor Q&A also, you can be able to send data directly into the system. This could be a budget. This could be daily transactions, maybe receipts, invoices. It can be assets. It can be the list of your employees, your customers, your suppliers. You can have them arranged in Excel, and then you send it directly into the application that you're using. In this case, I'm using SunSystems. So you can have a template or your work here in Excel, and then you just map it using what we call the data set. This helps to create the data directly from Excel into SunSystems, because sometimes you might be having heavy work like a budget. A budget can be huge, can be numerous, or the transactions could be numerous, and then creating it one by one in the system can be hectic, time consuming, and all that. So we can use the data send functionality to create or send this data directly into SunSystems. So what is done on the data send window here is that what we do a mapping. We map what is on the Excel to be created into the system. It's like you are defining the fields that should be created in the system. So as it is opening, it is opening the mapping windows where we do the mappings from. This sometimes takes a few minutes. taking some minutes. Now it has loaded. So here what we have is how you can map depending on what kind of transaction you have. You find that the mapping windows could be different for budgets. This one is a static data, as we refer it in SunSystems. This is a chart of accounts, so it gives you how the chart of accounts sits in the SunSystems, and then you map it with what you have in Excel, the necessary or the needed fields that should be sent into SunSystems. So after mapping all that is needed, you just it's just a click of a button, okay, and then this will automatically be created into the system. And when it has run and created it, it will return a notification. It returns a notification of the records imported successfully. If it has also failed, it will notify you and make the necessary changes. With this it's a brief demo of Infor SunSystems Query and Analysis. I would like to invite Kathy for the remaining sessions.
Thank you, Rebecca, for that great presentation. And I believe everyone here has learned to pick something from it. So now let's move on to our last item on the agenda. This is the question and answer session. In case anyone has a question or any feedback or any comments, this is the time to ask or share just by tapping the icon for raising your hand. You can also post in our chat, it's open. We shall respond accordingly. Thank you. Please feel free to share. You can raise your hand or you can post in our chat. If you have any question, any comment, you need any clarity, feel free. Anyone with any comments, please feel free to share. Otherwise, you can visit our offices in Uganda and Kenya. You can also reach us on the contact numbers displayed on the screen for more information about Flagfem. Yes. We have a question from Shaim in our chat. They're asking, for the email functionality, do we need any integrations to be done? Rebecca, please respond to this question.
Yes, Shaim, thank you for that question. For the email functionality, you don't really need any integration. It can just be configured from the Infor Q1A server, and it should be able to work fine. Thank you.
Thank you, Rebecca. Anyone else? I hope your question has been answered. You're welcome. Please feel free to share, to ask for any confirmations, any clarities. We are here to respond. George, can the email be sent out to more than one person?
Yes, thank you, George. Yes, the email can be sent out more than one person. I just use one just for example, but just as you would attach many recipients of a mail on a regular mail sending, it can also be sent to as many recipients. Thank you.
Thank you. I hope your question has been answered. Another question from Shine. When will you have a demo on Ion? About this, we shall communicate. We are going to be having more and more webinars to come. So we shall be handling one topic at a go. So when the time for Ion reaches, we shall send in the emails, we shall inform you. Thank you. Another question from George. Can this work out for project reports where say 20 reports need to be sent out every end of the period?
Yes, thank you for that question, George. Yes, that should be possible. Yes, that should be possible.
Thank you, Rebecca. I see Ruben Tumwene.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. I always get a problem. Maybe you can help me how to, suppose I pick one item of balance sheet like impressed. Then I choose the period from, let's say, period 1 to period 6. A staff X that he has taken interest and he has retired, but the same staff, let's say he or she had a outstanding interest, let's say period 6. Remember, my closing financial year is period 12. Then he had a balance. So I want in my report to have opening balance, amount advanced, amount retired, and a closing balance. Normally I get a problem to move with closing balance to a new report. How do we go about it?
Thank you, Ruben. With that, I would like to invite Adams to give you more clarity on that report.
Adams.
Okay, Ruben, but it is that report, it is possible to design it in Infor Q1A. You can get in contact with the Kampala offices or Nairobi using the contacts on the screen to be given more details. We could be asking you to give us more details into the nature of that scenario you're filling. I may not give you the perfect answer right now, but you can get in contact and then we give you more clarity.
It's okay, fine.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Anyone else? Feel free to ask, feel free to share. We are here to respond.
I have a question also, just for clarification.
Yes, please.
This is Ruben again.
Yes, Ruben.
When you are mentioning the product your company is offering, you mentioned something like safe financials, HR, and the payroll. Can you just briefly explain on that? How does it happen? In brief, just highlights.
We have a product. It's called Sage Financials, HR, and Payroll. It's one system. It's an ERP. Yes. Yes, Rebecca, it has something.
So it means that this Sage Financials, HR, and the payroll system is for us, which we are using SunSystems. Doesn't come as a package embedded in the system, or we need also to acquire separate.
Yes, Sage, you need to acquire it separately. It's not part of SunSystems.
I thought it can be like a module, like where we talk assets, fixed assets, and other things.
No, Sage is a complete different package from SunSystems.
Maybe my last request, I remember last month also we had a kind of refresher training. I don't know whether you shared with us these slides so that we can, from there we can even decide for further action as we move on.
Okay, the slides of this webinar?
Yes, even the last month webinar. I don't think if you shared with us presentation.
Oh, okay, that one is going to be done.
Yeah, we request it because once I look some of these like products, we can engage you to see how they can fit into our organizations.
Yes, please.
Yeah, thanks.
It will be shared. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Ruben. We shall share the slides with you via email. Anyone else? See another. Quickly has responded. We are going to share complete answers to all the questions with those whose contacts are accessible after this webinar. So feel free to ask more. Anyone has something to ask, anything more to add? Before I close the question and answer session, Anyone has something to say? When people are quiet, I believe they are all contented. So let's see. Our next upcoming webinar will be on Wednesday, 19th January 2022 from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. East African time. And the topic of discussion will be managing fixed assets with SunSystems. Please let's all make time and ensure to attend. It will be a great session. Otherwise, let me take this opportunity to appreciate our clients for attending this webinar and for the massive support you've given to us. Our prospects, thank you for finding time to attend this webinar and for being patient through this whole presentation. I also appreciate those who have asked questions, given us feedback, made comments. Thank you. Not forgetting our FLAXIM team, both in Kampala and Nairobi. Thank you for making this possible. And lastly, I appreciate our technical director, Mr. Issa, and our CEO, Madam Mariam, for making this possible. Thank you once again for attending today's webinar. Keep safe and hope to see you in our next webinar. God bless you all. Thank you.